I guess a better
Not
question,
trying to get
is
away
it a
from-
concerted effort to try and like disguise yourself? Because I think that's an actor's dream, is to have roles where you can't see that they're them anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's definitely more exciting. I mean, and that can be an emotional thing. It doesn't have to be a physical thing. It's kind of, I think I've said this to you before, whenever I describe a character, I'll break it down to the most extreme moments they have.
Right.
And like, oh, and then he like eats a baby. Like, I like the kind of extreme things, and I'll kind of string it around that. Just something which feels kind of frightening, or it's working with a director who, it's just crazy for me to say it. Like, I mean, it's kind of like with Claire Denis, for instance. I mean, it's another person where I'm like, I didn't know that I don't actually see half of these people as human beings.
Right.
And
Right.
it's a name.
Uh-huh.
And I just see the movies that have already existed and been really influential to me. But yeah, what was the first part? What were you saying?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I guess it was about the franchise work that you've done and the kind of bigger commercial things.
I never tried to run away from
Right.
any of it though. Like, I was kind of, if that massive franchise stuff would come up at the time, it's just kind of, it's frightening as well, because you feel, I think when something becomes really big, you feel you really get an awareness of how small you are.
Yeah.
Like when you first start acting and you feel like a big shot when you're doing like a small, like something on BBC Three or whatever.
Right.
It's like your ego, I think anyway, my ego's a lot bigger when I first started. I mean, when you start losing control of so many different aspects of your life and also the job, because I think sometimes especially when you're doing sequels to something, it doesn't matter what you think. In a scene, I think the character would do this. It's like, A, it's already written in a book, so it doesn't make any difference. And B, the tone has already been set up, and the machine is already in motion. And so it's slightly frightening when you kind of you lose your sense of identity a little bit. And I think sometimes it's like getting a car. If you get, you want to corner it really hard, and so like I think when you start doing jobs afterwards, I like doing something which is one extreme to the other.
Well, you certainly have, I guess, more authorship of what you're doing when there's something much smaller and the pressure isn't as high, presumably.
How do you decide how to pick?
It's a good question. I mean, so much of it in my career so far has been director-driven. About the people. I mean, it is a director's medium. There's no way around it. It's their vision that you're trying to achieve. So a lot of it is that. A lot of it is if the material resonates with me personally. If there's something that I think personally I can elevate the material. I think whenever I get it, I'm always excited to start working with directors and kind of nitpicking at their scripts. And only in the last few years have I kind of developed the confidence enough to go, no, you've been doing this for 17 years. Like, your voice is important. You're the author of this character, and you should push the scripts harder and make them better as much as you can. So I see a lot of potential in places, and then can jump in and then go from there.